Who is the biological father of Phineas Flynn and the biological mother of Ferb Fletcher? Let's just dive right in. Animation mysteries. Useless answers that we need, we crave. Questions are fun to speculate on because they help us escape from all the horrible things going on in this world. And do we need some escapism in good old 2020? So when Nintendo, Tunerific Tyreek, and the Wacky Deli hit me up to collab through a month of special Phineas and Ferb content on each of our channels, one video every weekend. Hey, post-production Kevin here. Obviously, this video did not go up on the weekend, and for the next video in this collab to be uploaded on a special date, maybe just expect these in the beginning of the week. And oh, if you're wondering what this collab is called, how do you feel about AWCA? Analysis without a cool acronym. I knew whatever I made, it had to be something big. And in case you didn't figure it out, we're doing this because of the movie. Comes out August 28th on Disney+. You should check it out. Not sponsored though. Come on, Disney. Originally, I was going to tackle what a Phineas and Ferb revival sequel series could look like. And while I still want to do that video, it would have required way too much art to get it out on time. But figuring out who the parents are of the main two characters, that was something that I've already pondered about time and time again. You see, Phineas and Ferb is kind of a lot like Drake and Josh. Definitely not in execution, but the two shows do share that big mystery. We have two titular stepbrothers, the one whose mother remarried also having a sister. Yo, wait, what's going on here, Dan and Swampy? And despite remarriage indicating that there's still two biological parents out there, neither shows make an effort to ever explore who those parents could be. And I kinda get it. They don't want to detract from the message that not every family looks the same. That a family full of step-siblings is just as important as your typical nuclear family. But come on! Look at Phineas and Ferb. An entire summer, 104 days, over 104 episodes. And you couldn't throw us a bone? Now, of course, there are plenty of people out there who believe that Heinz Doofenshmirtz is the father of Phineas Flynn. And Candace, I guess. This is because we know that Linda Flynn Fletcher went out on one date with Heinz back in the day. However, considering they would have had to bump uglies twice to make both Candace and Phineas, alongside a lot of other discrepancies, like Phineas's age, yeah, that idea doesn't really add up. Not to mention, although Doofenshmirtz has a triangle-shaped head, it's not the same triangle shape as Phineas's head. One side of Doofenshmirtz's triangle head serves as his chin. Phineas has no chin. What do you gotta say to that, flat earthers? But that's not to say that Phineas's actual father couldn't have any similarity to Doofenshmirtz. We can see that Candace adopted most of Linda's features, especially when she grows older. But I don't believe Linda's DNA was responsible for Phineas's head. So I actually imagine Phineas's father did have his triangle-shaped head. However, unlike Doofenshmirtz, in terms of design, the bottom side was not used for his chin. I actually imagine Phineas's father having the same exact head shape as Phineas, except, and please stay with me, he either has a beard or a square chin. If not, both. Could you imagine Phineas's father with a goofy chin and like a little soul patch? I think, like Linda, he's also a redhead and he also sports blue eyes. Although I really couldn't imagine his hair being anything like Phineas's. That hairdo is one of a kind, so maybe he just has a buzz cut. But that is not the meat of figuring out who is the father of Phineas Flynn. No. What about the occupation and personality, baby? I think occupation is important because Phineas and Ferb are like genius kid inventors. Yet none of their parents really seem like they were into construction all that much. Now, obviously, Linda used to have a career as Lindana, which explains Phineas and Vanessa's musical inclination. Gotta love that canon explanation for all the singing. So I assume Phineas's interest in building things actually stemmed from his father. And considering how innovative Phineas is, I don't believe this guy was just a construction worker either. No. Hear me out. Considering all the blueprints, schematics, and pretty straightforward vision, I mean, God, Phineas can figure out a day's activity just like that. I believe that Phineas's father could have been an architect, leaving an imprint on Phineas when he was young, and planting the seeds for the prodigy we see today. In terms of personality, I can see Phineas's dad having, anger issues. Why do I say that? Well, Linda's pretty sassy, always roasting Candace.
Every day I come home to find nothing there. Doesn't it exhaust you? Oh, look, there's nothing here.
I guess the proper word you could use is, blunt, while Candace is very abrasive, impulsive, and yeah, easily angered. As for Phineas, although we know he's typically nice, remember early on in the series, and even in early drafts for the series? I'm sorry, Phineas, but...
You want to go swimming?
Kind of in the middle of something here.
Oh, right.
But it's okay, we all grow out of it. I assume they made Phineas a lot nicer, saving moments of anger for very rare occasions.
Get on the trike!
Because they realized, damn, if Ferb's the silent type and Phineas is just mean, we're not really gonna have a positive, optimistic, happy-go-lucky character. No one for the other pessimistic characters to bounce off of. I mean, he only gets so far with Isabella and Phineas is pretty much shutting her down every second. So I believe it was a necessary change. But all that said, I can see Phineas' dad having his own anger issues. And ultimately, he ended up bickering with Linda way too much, and the fighting resulted in Linda leaving him. Or maybe he split from the family. Either way, you get the idea. As for Ferb's mom, well, we know Ferb is reserved and kind of an oddball in his own unique way. Meanwhile, his father, Lawrence, he has an assortment of hobbies, but the dude's not really strange or weird. He's kind of just chilling all the time. Also, the green hair. Where did that come from? This had me thinking that Ferb's mom was the oddball. In terms of appearance, well, Ferb has his father's head shape, so really how she looks can be open to interpretation. I just imagine green hair and pretty much a unique everything. Unique earrings, a unique sense of fashion. Pretty much anything about her that can stand out will stand out. And in terms of how she rubbed off on Ferb, I believe her occupation and personality kind of go hand in hand. I believe Ferb's habit of being a man of few words, but chock full of wisdom with his insightful quotes and analogies, and all of his Ferbisms, could have been a result of his mother's personality. I believe Ferb's mother could have been that of a free spirit, kind of the rebellious type, and a jack of all trades, explaining why the hell Ferb is so talented. However, she couldn't be tied down to, well, anything. Not a job, not a home, and maybe not even a family. Wanting to do the right thing, but always feeling as if her heart belongs somewhere. And maybe that's how Lawrence initially ended up as a single father. Ferb's mother leaving them to travel the world. I mentioned some of these qualities because of Ferb's attraction to Vanessa. Like many people when choosing a partner, maybe Ferb subconsciously saw traits of his mother within Vanessa. Not physical traits, that would be insanely weird, but just a sense of familiarity. He recognized something, but he couldn't even really tell why. At first he just saw a pretty girl, but these two actually end up together, oddly enough. So they must have hit it off somewhere on a deeper level. Or maybe Ferb's mom just dropped dead at some point, I don't know. But as always, these are just my speculations, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? Who do you imagine Phineas' dad and Ferb's mom to be? Does it really matter? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at AWCA. We're also on Instagram. Special thanks to MIKECATSU for the amazing art and the amazing thumbnail. For more of his art, you can find him on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at MIKECATSU. Links in the description. And if you want to help the Roundtable grow, you can either become a member of this channel or support us over at Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. AWCA signing out.